coming here on what is now an absolutely beautiful afternoon, but an hour ago was I was waiting for Dorothy and her house and Toto to go flying by. So we're really appreciative that you all came out here. So thank you very much. And if you have been... This sounds so quiet. Let's try this again. Hello? Oh, much better. So if you have been following us throughout this past year, you will know that we have been celebrating our 10th year of doing these shows here at the Oak Park Arms. We have done over 60 shows, and more than that, I think. And this past year, we've been recreating some of our favorite shows that we've done throughout our 9 previous years. And we've been doing a show a month. And each episode, we bring back as many of the original cast members, as well as incorporating our new cast members as well. So this is our final show of our 10th season, and we're really excited to be doing that. And we thought that this would be a great way to end the show by bringing back the first show we ever did. It was 10 years ago in September, and my wife and myself, we had this great idea, let's get a bunch of our friends together and we can recreate an old-time radio show for the wonderful seniors and community here at the Oak Park Arms. And we pitched them the idea and they said, sounds great, I guess. And so we had no idea whether or not it was going to work. And so we did just one half-hour episode, which was The Life of Riley. And we knew it would be funny, we knew that it would play well, and we were really crossing our fingers and hoping. And we watched as the audience bowed their heads and closed their eyes and didn't move. And we thought, oh no, we've bored them to tears, they've all fallen asleep. And at the end of the show, they jumped up and applauded and were so happy, and that told us a few things. A, of course, this is radio, designed for people to listen. And two, that we were doing something that was fun and exciting that people really appreciated. And 10 years later, we are bringing back that show, The Life of Riley. Now, of course, we only did that show by itself, so now we have to find something we can pair it with. And all of our following shows were always partnered with something else. So this is the only original show in our 10th season in which we took we're recreating the last show of the Jack Benny program, which ran for about 11 years. And it was one of the shows that when it completed, it began to mark the end of old-time radio. Radio programs still continued on for years afterwards, and even still today, but as far as being labeled as the classic golden age of radio, the final episode of Jack Benny was one of the final ones. There were also a couple of shows that lasted a little bit longer. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, was considered the final one. So today, we get to bring our first show that we ever did, and one of the last comedies ever to be labeled for old-time radio, together for you. And we will do our best to recreate these shows with music, sound effects, and all its wonderfulness for you. So while you are listening, you might pretend that you are one of those who had the fortune of being in the live studio audience as they watch their favorite performers do their thing. Or you might wish to, as everyone did 10 years ago, sit back, close your eyes, and imagine that you are sitting in your own living room, in front of your Philco radio with your family, waiting for your favorite show to begin. So now, join us as we take you back to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
It's new, it's amazing, it's Prell, P-R-E-L-L, Procter & Gamble's new Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube. Prell brings you The Life of Riley. Prell, the shampoo that removes unsightly dandruff in as little as 3 minutes and leaves hair radiantly clean, radiantly lovely, presents The Life of Riley, with William Bendix as Riley. At least once a year, the subject of buying a car comes into the Riley household. For example, in 1937, Mrs. Riley was heard to say to her husband,
Riley, when are we going to get a car?
Next year, I promise.
Then, in 1941, she said,
Riley, are we ever going to get a car?
Next year, I promise.
Now, it's 1947, and Mrs. Riley is saying,
Are we ever gonna get a car?
Next year, I promise. Did I ever break a promise?
Boy, you should see the swell Buick Pinky Johnson's father's got.
Oh, honest, Daddy, it's simply dreamy.
I wish Pop could afford a car like Mr. Johnson. Boy, some kids are lucky.
Oh, so just because I'm your father, you're out of luck, huh?
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Let me tell you something, young man. I can afford anything that four-flusher Johnson can afford. I ain't broke, you know.
All right, Riley.
I got a job. I get paid every week.
That's enough, Riley.
I got money in the bank. Plenty of money. I'm not a bum, you know.
Well, if you're doing so good, Pop, how about raising my allowance?
All right, have it your way. I'm a bum.
Gosh, Daddy, it looks like we'll never have a car.
Well, I know why you want a car, so every Saturday night, you and one of your boyfriends can park up there on Mulholland Drive till all hours.
Daddy!
And what about me? I'll freeze sitting behind the wheel half the night. Now stop bothering me about a new car. We'll get one. We'll get one.
But when?
Next year, I promise. Hey, you want to go bowling after supper, Gillis?
Nothing doing. Tonight I'm going to stay home and enjoy myself. My wife's going home.
Well, what's the matter? Is Honeybee picking at you again?
Always nagging on me for dough. Yadda. Believe me, I'm glad I ain't rich. I'd have to give it to her.
That's a good point, Gillis.
And my kids, always hounding me for things. I was only a bachelor, but I laugh in their faces.
Yeah. Like they say, Gillis, raising a family is no job for a married man. Now, when he was juvenile,
Hey, look at that store window. Boy, what a display.
yeah, they sure got some wonderful stuff here. Look, a new Hoover vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, look at that set of Glubich Silvertown tires in the corner.
Oh boy, my junior would sure love that Hallicrafters radio over there.
Yeah, hey, ain't they nice? Their values and shades right next to that Seville radio.
Yeah, they got terrific stuff here. Now this is what I call a real drugstore.
You know, Riley, if I was a big manufacturer, I'd never put my name on the product.
Why not, Gillis?
Well, first thing you know, my mother-in-law hears I'm in business, and she starts talking to me again. Who needs her? Hey, Riley, look what they got in the next window there.
Holy smoke, a Buick. Now don't you think that's overdoing it a little?
No, they ain't selling it. They're giving it away. You see the sign? A new 1947 Buick convertible, free with each purchase you made.
Well, come on. What are we waiting for? Let's buy a box of aspirin and drive the car home.
Read the rest.
Oh. With each purchase, you'll receive an entry blank for our grand contest. Guess the number of beans in the bowl. Wise
Well,
guys.
show what you'd expect. The customer who guesses closest to the actual number of beans will win this beautiful new Buick. All entries must be.
I'd give anything to win that car. No more riding buses to work. Every Sunday I take the family for a drive. And in the summer we can take a trip to the Grand Canyon. Gee, I wish I had that car. I could sell it for $4,000.
Stop dreaming.
Boy, if I won this car, I could just see heck in the kids' faces when I pull. Gillis, I'm entering that contest.
You're crazy. What chance you got guessing the correct number?
I won't guess. I'll get the exact number. All I gotta do is get a bowl of the exact same size, fill it with the beans, and count them. It's a cinch.
So what? How do you know every night they don't put in more beans? We'll take some out.
You know, that's the difference between you and me, Gillis. You don't trust nobody. You're a septic. But me, I'm antiseptic. Gillis, you really think they fool me?
Positive. Of course, if you had a spy in the store to keep an eye on the bowl so they couldn't pull nothing.
Yeah. If I had somebody who I could... Oh, I got a great idea. I'm a cinch to win now. What a brain.
What, Riley? What?
All I gotta do is... Nah. This time, I'm keeping my big mouth shut. Peg, where's Junior?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Riley, must you shout so?
Junior's next door, Daddy. He went to borrow Mrs. Gillis's candlesticks.
Did they shut off our electricity again? What's this country coming to? When they shut off a decent citizen's electricity just because he won't pay his bills.
They're not shutting it off. I paid the bill yesterday. We need the candlesticks for the table. The Lockharts are coming to dinner on Thursday.
The Lockharts?
You know, Daddy, Don Lockhart's parents. They were passing through town, and Don's at Yale now. And the least I could do is invite them to dinner for Don's sake.
So that's the way it is. Romance, eh? Well, in that case, I'm glad they're coming. I'd like to have a little talk with this Mr. Lockhart.
Now, dear, you don't want to embarrass
I'm
Babs.
not going to embarrass Babs. I'll just have a little talk with him. You know, about stocks and bonds.
You don't have any stocks and bonds.
I know. I'm going to talk about his.
Oh, Daddy!
Okay, I'll behave. I'll just sit at the table like a dummy. You'll be proud of me.
Here are the candlesticks, Mom. Oh, hiya, Pop.
Oh, thanks, Junior. Babs, dear, will you give me a hand with the laundry?
I'll see you later, Pop.
No, wait, Junior. I want to talk to you.
Why? What did I do now, Pop?
I'll shut the door. This is private. All right, Junior, get ready for a big surprise.
A surprise?
You know that drugstore?
Which one?
The big new one. Remember, you took me there to show me that new bicycle you want?
Oh, yeah, the new bike.
Yeah, well, son, you're gonna work in that store. Surprise!
Work?
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
I don't want to work in a drugstore.
Okay, son, but don't you want some Christmas for me?
Well, yes, I do. Okay, I'll take a job.
Attaboy, I knew you'd be reasonable. That's why I didn't try to force you.
I'll work at the gas station.
Nothing doing. You'll work at that drugstore if I gotta force you.
Oh, I don't want to work in a drugstore.
Junior, I'll make a deal with you. You work at that drugstore, and I'll let you drive my new Buick convertible every Saturday.
You a Mom!
I want to surprise your mother and Babs.
Oh, but you even got a Buick?
I will if you work in the drugstore. They need a busboy, see? And then you can watch those beans in the window.
Oh, you mean you're in that dopey contest?
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna win it. I got a surefire system, but I gotta have someone in the store watching those beans in case they put more in her and take some out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just for a few days until the contest is over.
Oh, that's different. Well, okay, Pop, I'll do it.
That's my boy.
And if you win, will you let me drive the Buick?
That's a promise. I'll let you drive me around whenever I gotta go. And not only that, I'll buy you a chauffeur's uniform. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
But Pop, I
15,
still don't get it.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now look, Junior, I bought this bowl, see? The same size as the one in the drugstore. I filled it up with the same kind of beans, then I filled my pockets with the beans from the bowl. Wherever I go, I'm gonna count these beans and keep on counting.
I see.
Yeah.
And when the bowl is empty, you'll have the exact amount.
That's right. Now don't interrupt me. 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh, gee, Pop, you're a cinch to win.
Sure, just keep your eye on that bowl in the store. 26, 27, 28.
Oh, Pop,
29,
it's
30.
after 8 o'clock. You'll be late for work.
Oh, yeah. Now hide the ball where your mother can't find it. 30, 31, 32, 33. So long, Junior. 34, 35,
So long, Pop.
36, 37,
Pardon me, sir.
41,
When I'm
42,
conducting a survey for Parents Magazine, how many children do you have?
43, 44.
44?
Excuse me, lady. I'm still counting. 45, 46, 47, 48. 20,995. 20,996. 97, 98, 99. 21,000.
Hiya, Pop.
Oh, hey, son. How's things at the store today? Any changes in the beans?
Oh, no, it's on the level. Nobody's touched the bowl.
Fine. I'm almost through counting. The bowl's almost empty. I just gotta count out this batch of beans in my pocket and I'm all set.
Oh, well, isn't this your night for lodge meeting?
Yeah, I'm just leaving. So long, Sonny. 21,001, 21,002,
So long, Pop.
21,003, 21,004, 21,005, 21,006, 21,007, 21,008.
Hey, come on, Shorty. We're going to miss the movie. All right, I'm coming. I'm just tying my shoelace.
21,007, 21,008.
Hey, let the man pass.
21,009.
Look, Mumbles.
Step by me, please. Watch the door. Put beer in the box, please.
Pardon me, sir. Huh?
Pardon me, sir, I know it's very silly of us, but this company does not accept kidney beans as legal tender. I'll put a nickel in the box.
Oh yeah, here.
Move to the rear. Plenty of seats to the rear.
22,549. Excuse me, 22,550. Pardon me, ma'am. 22,551.
Yeah, that's right, Harry. I just put it in escrow today. That's the third income property I bought this month.
22,552.
What'd you pay for it, Frank?
67,500.
67,501. 67,502.
I don't know, Frank. That's pretty high.
Oh, I could sell it tomorrow for 75,000.
75,001. 75,002.
Is this the 200?
Get Wall Street.
Yeah, is this the 200 block driver?
75,002.
What number are you looking for, madam?
212.
Get off here, madam.
213. 214. 200.
Step lively.
Hold it, driver.
Hey,
216. Oh, hey, Gillis.
Oh, hi, Ronnie. Still counting the beans.
Yeah, I'm almost finished. 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm finished at last. What a job. Count that big bowl of beans, over 15 pounds.
Yeah, but thought you'd make it, kid.
Exactly 221.
221 in that big bowl?
Yep.
All right, go on.
you're full of beans.
No, wait a minute. There's something wrong. There must be 2,021. Maybe there's 200,021. No, that can't be. A minute ago, there was only 67,000. What was it? 75,000. 67. 220. What a revolting development this is.
We'll have the second half of The Life of Riley in a moment.
Say, Ken, thousands prefer new Prell, Procter & Gamble's Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube.
Of course, Prell's winning friends for two reasons.
First, there's a glamour in a tube of Prell, because Prell leaves hair more radiant than any soap or soap shampoo. And Prell can't leave a soap film to dull the natural highlights of your hair. Prell washed hair is radiantly soft, radiantly smooth.
Second, Prell removes embarrassing dandruff in as little as 3 minutes. Examinations by a group of doctors proved it.
And that handy Prell tube's winning friends too. No messy jars, no slippery bottles.
So, for hair radiantly clean, free of unsightly dandruff, get the shampoo to sing about.
P-R-E-L-L Prell Shampoo leaves hair radiant, clean and bright. Not a bit of dandruff is inside. Comes in a tube, handy too. P-R-E-L-L Prell Shampoo.
By Prell. And now, back to The Life of Riley, with William Bendix as Riley.
Gee, Pop, that's too bad you had to buy more beans and start counting all over again.
Well, that's the breaks. But this time, I ain't gonna let nothing mess me up. I'm gonna start all over with an empty head and keep filling it with beans.
Pop, the bowl's almost full now.
Yeah, just one more sack. There. Right to the top. Well, here I go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When does the entry have to be in, Pop?
Tonight at midnight.
But the Lockharts are coming to dinner tonight.
I know, I ain't got much time, so don't interrupt me. Where was I?
6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, I'll get it.
13, 14,
Hello?
16,
Well, he's busy. Can I take a message?
19.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I'll tell him. Hey, Pop, your lodge is on fire.
What? Oh, I gotta get down there. Here, hide a bowl of beans. Remember where I stopped. 22.
Okay.
And tell your mother I may be late for dinner.
But the Lockharts.
I can't help that. Which would you rather have in our garage? A long new Buick or them short, fat Lockharts?
Gosh, I hope Daddy's not late for dinner. Junior said it was a big fire.
Oh, I knew that lodge would catch fire someday. The way all those members are giving each other hot foots. Well, I'd better start dinner.
Mother, what are you serving tonight?
Well, I got a nice Virginia ham, and I thought we'd have some green peas and cauliflower.
So Mr. Lockhart despises cauliflower. I remember from last summer.
Oh, dear. Now what can I serve?
What's good with ham? How about beans?
Yes, that'd be fine. But I doubt if we have enough beans in the house. Take a look, dear.
Let's see. Oh, Mother, look, here's a whole bowl full.
Well, where did that come from? Well, there must be over 10 pounds.
must have bought another one of his bargains.
Well, for once, it's something we can use. He'll be tickled pink. Here, Babsy, put the beans on the table.
All right, Mother.
Hey, Peg, are they here yet?
Oh, Riley, why are you so late? Of course they're here. We're at the meat course already.
Well, I couldn't help it, Peg. The fire.
And look at your clothes.
Well, I will change.
There's no time. Now come on in the dining room.
All right.
Hello. Well, folks, he's here at last. Dear, you know the Lockharts.
How do you do, Mr. Riley?
Likewise, folks. I'm sorry I'm late, but we just had to put a fire out.
Was it a bad fire, Mr. Riley?
You should have seen them flames. Murder.
Daddy, what happened to your clothes?
Well, you don't expect a guy to be neat after he's been in and out of a burning building half a dozen times, but luckily, I was able to save 4.
Oh, Riley, you were in that burning building?
Yes, sir.
That took real courage, Mr. Riley, carrying 4 people to safety.
People? Oh, no. Slot machines.
Better eat your dinner, dear.
Yeah, pass the rolls, please.
I'll have some more of those baked beans, if I may. They're delicious.
Well, we almost didn't have them. I was going to make cauliflower, but Babs told me you don't like it. And then luckily, I found this bowl of beans my husband apparently bought.
That's the kind of husband I am. Always bringing something home for the table. If it ain't a bowl of beans... Peg, are these my beans? My beans!
Why, yes.
From my bowl?
That's right.
Everybody stop chewing! Nobody swallow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Riley, what are you doing with Mr. Lockhart's plate?
Is something wrong with the beans? Oh, I'm afraid I'm chewing some.
Open your mouth! 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's a go-to. 12, 13.
Daddy, for heaven's sake!
Oh dear, I hope there's nothing wrong with them. I just swallowed some.
What? Now I'll have to have you x-rayed.
Riley, have you gone crazy? What's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. They just swallowed my Buick. $63, $64, $65. Oh, gee, it's 11 o'clock already. I just gotta make this deadline.
Oh, in that case, I'm rooting for you.
Who's that?
It is I, Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker. I've been following you for 2 blocks.
Oh, I didn't see you, Digger.
You walk very quickly, but I always catch up with people in the end. Pray tell me, what are you doing out in the black of night with that bowl of beans?
Oh, that's for the contest I'm in.
Ah, yes, at the drugstore.
Yeah.
I adore contests. I'm in the annual one, sponsored by the UEPBBJ.
UEPBBJ?
The Undertakers, Embalmers, and Pallbearers Bodybuilding Jamboree. Last year, I took first prize for weightlifting. But I lost the obstacle race. For the first time in my life, I couldn't get out of a ditch.
Well, it looks like I ain't gonna win either. I had a system, but I got all mixed up and I couldn't remember what the number was.
Oh, you should have let me help you. I always keep my figures straight.
Then I started to count all over and my wife used up some beans and I was all over town trying to get more beans and now it's too late.
Why not take a guess? I'll give you a number. 73541.
Why? Is that your lucky number?
Yes, it's the license on my business vehicle. Use that number and you're bound to cash in.
No, I'm gonna count them.
Then I will assist you.
Oh, that's swell, Digger. But we can't go to my house. There's people there and that'll disturb us.
Oh, come to my place. There are people there too, but they won't disturb us. Hurry up. We'd better be shoveling off.
Hurry up, Peg. Babs, I want to be there when I win that car.
Oh, Daddy, you're just building yourself up for an awful letdown.
You've never won anything in your life, Riley.
Well, that's gratitude. I try to do something for my family. I stay up half the night counting. Hey, look, there's the car. They moved it outside.
Oh my, look at the crowd.
Yeah, come on. Let's get up closer.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Maroon, my favorite color.
Hey, look at those kids. Hey, you! Get away from my car, you kids!
Riley, you haven't won it yet.
Attention, folks. Attention.
Oh, That's Mr. Roberts, the store manager.
The judges have just checked the entries and we're now ready to announce the winner. The exact number of beans in the bowl was 24,720. And the winner, the contestant who came closest to that amount with a guess of 24,512 was Chester A. Riley. Is Mr. Riley present?
Yeah.
Mr. Riley, are you here, Mr. Riley?
Yeah, here I am. In my car.
Boy, listen to that motor. How's it riding in the backpack?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, Daddy, it's just super.
It handles well, eh, Mr. Riley?
Terrific, Mr. Roberts. I never drove a car like this. I can't thank you and your company enough to think that just an hour ago, I was a common pedestrian.
Oh, look out, Daddy.
Out of my way, you common pedestrian! Did you see him jump?
Well, it's getting late, Mr. Riley. Would you mind taking me back to the store?
No, wait. We're coming up to the highway. Let's see how she handles on the open road, huh? Boy, this is living, huh, Dumpling?
Wonderful, dear.
Too bad Junior isn't here. You know my boy, Mr. Roberts?
No, I don't believe I've ever had the pleasure.
You must know him. He works in your store.
Your son is an employee in my store?
Yeah.
Mr. Riley, would you mind pulling over to the curb?
Sure thing.
Now, may I have that pink slip I gave you?
Sure thing.
And the white slip?
Sure thing.
And now may I have the key?
Help yourself.
And now, Mr. Riley, please move over. I'm driving this car back.
Sorry, Mr. Roberts, but I can't let you do that. You know how it is, new car.
I hate to say this, Mr. Riley, but you can't have this car.
Come again, Mr. Roberts?
Mr. Roberts, what do you mean?
Your son works in my store. If you had read the rules, you'd have known that no employees or relatives of employees are eligible for this contest. So, I'm afraid that you're going to have to give the car back.
No, it can't be. You can't do this to me.
I'm sorry, he's your son.
Oh, I'll disown him.
Now, Mr. Riley.
He ain't really my son. He's my wife's son. I'm only the father.
Well, it makes no difference as long as she's your wife.
I'll divorce her tonight. You ain't getting this car.
Now, let's be reasonable, Mr. Riley.
No, sir. You'll have to fight me for it. Now take your hand off the wheel.
Mr. Riley!
Riley, don't! Oh, my feet. Oh, how much further to the bus stop?
We'll come to one in a couple of miles.
Oh, these high heels are killing me.
Well, thank your father. It's bad enough we didn't win the car. He had to go punch Mr. Roberts in the nose.
I'm sorry, Peg. I didn't mean... Well, gee, you're blaming me for... Junior's your son, too, you know. Gee, I do my best.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Of course it's not your fault. Now, let's forget all about it.
Yeah, Hey, a lift! Hey, would you give... What? You'd think one of these cars would have the decency to give us a lift. Those car owners, they're a mean bunch.
The Rileys will be back in just a moment. Everywhere people welcome new Prell, Procter & Gamble's Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube. Mrs. Scott Johnson of Chicago, Illinois writes,
I found Prell to be the answer to soft, clean, easy-to-manage hair. Usually there are several shampoos at our house, but now we all agree that Prell is tops with us.
and Prell will be tops with you. Once you see how quickly Prell removes unsightly dandruff and leaves hair radiantly clean, radiantly lovely, you'll sing about.
P-R-E-L-L Prell shampoo leaves hair radiant, clean and bright. Not a bit of dandruff is in sight. Comes in a tube, handy too. P-R-E-L-L Prell shampoo.
Oh, we must have walked 10 miles.
My poor dog.
If you ever enter another contest...
No, Peg. Hey, a lift.
Oh, it looks like...
Going my way.
Hello, Digger.
Oh, Mr. Odell, I'm so glad it's you. Can you give us a lift?
It
pleasure.
Oh, thanks, Tigger. Go on, get in, Babs. Get in, Peg.
Oh dear, it's kind of crowded in here. I'm afraid there isn't room for you, Riley.
Oh, Tigger, you gotta make room. I can't walk. I'm dead.
Oh, in that case, hop in the back.
It's a losing fight.
Procter & Gamble invites you to join us again next week to hear The Life of Riley with William Bennick as Riley. The script is by Alan Lipscott and Reuben Schiff.
Oh, she was a prima donna with always a man in tow. She washed all the finery on her with a wonderful ivory snow.
Wonderful Ivory Snow. A regular beauty bath for blouses, lingerie, and sheer nylons. And your hands will tell you why Ivory Snow keeps lovely washables lovely longer. Prove it? This week, wash dishes with Ivory Snow. When you see how it pampers your hands, you'll know it's extra kind of fine fragrance. There's no other soap like it. Ivory Snow, the only soap, both ivory mild and in granulated form, makes suds instantly and lukewarm, even in cool water. Your hands will tell you why. Ivory Snow is so kind to your hands, you just know it's kind of sheer nylons, lovely lingerie, and blouses.
Oh, wonderful ivory snow.
S-N-O-W. This is Ken Carpenter reminding you that for radiantly clean, lovely hair, get the shampoo in the tube. P-R-E-L-L. Prel Shampoo. And listen again next week when Pearl brings you The Life of Riley. Good night. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last Jack Benny show of the month. It's also the last program of the current series, and as a matter of fact, it's the last show of the season. So now I bring you a man I thought wouldn't last, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, I know you're trying to be clever on the final show, but how could you possibly have thought that I wouldn't last? After all, man my age is just in the prime of life.
I guess you're right, Jack. They've been priming you for 20 years.
Don. George Global. CinemaScope stomach. Now, Don, control yourself. But you may be right. After all, nobody can last forever.
You're sure working on it, Bob.
Well, I say we have another candidate for the unemployment insurance. You better watch it, sister.
Jack's right, Mary. He deserves a little more respect from us. After all, he's one of the pioneers of the broadcasting business.
You're darn right. Why, when I did my first program, there were hardly any radios in the country.
And darn few people.
Darn few people. Plenty of people when I started.
They may have had feathers in their hair, but they were people.
Mary, if I were Jackie Gleason, you know what I'd say. One of these days, pow, back to the May Company.
If you were Jackie Gleason, I wouldn't have to go back.
All right.
Oh, Jack, why are you so touchy? Can't you take a joke?
Certainly I can take a joke. But here we're doing our last program of the season, and everybody comes in and insults me.
I didn't insult you, Mr. Benny.
Huh? Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, sir.
Well, you see, Mary, Don, Dennis knows how to treat me with respect.
Certainly. I feel that when a man keeps you working all these years, he deserves respect.
Naturally.
A man doesn't get to be a star of a radio and television program unless he has ability and talent.
Thank you, Dennis.
No star can keep a loyal following of fans loving him through all the years unless he has an outstanding personality.
Well,
can I go now, Mr. Benny?
why?
I can't keep reading this stuff. It's making me sick.
But I have to let him go on. Why didn't I stop him when I was ahead? I should have stopped him earlier, like in 1946. Oh, well, it's the last show of the season. I won't be seeing him for quite a while.
Say, that reminds me, Dennis, what are you going to do for the summer?
Well, Tom, I'm going to visit my uncle in Las Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know you had an uncle in Las Vegas.
Yes, he's married and has a lovely wife and 3 slot machines.
Gee, Dennis, I envy you going to Las Vegas. I'd like to go there, but it's so expensive.
Well, what do you mean expensive? Last time I was there, I got a room for $2 a day.
$2? Must have been an awfully small room.
Well, yes, it wasn't too large. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have a bath.
Jack, do you mean to say that you stayed at a place without a bath?
I didn't need one done. They cleaned me before I got to my room. Hey, you know, that's a funny joke.
It may have feathers on, but it's a joke.
All right. Anyway, I'm going back to Las Vegas this summer and stay at the Flamingo Hotel.
Jack, I'm not so sure they'll want you there. They don't like people who make a fuss and scream and holler when they lose.
What are you talking about? How can you scream and holler when you're fainting? Don't tell me what I do.
Say, Mary, what are you going to do this summer when we're off the air?
Well, I think I'll just stay around the house. Spend all of my time in the backyard and my garden.
Oh, that'll be nice. Here in California, you can grow some wonderful flowers.
Oh, I'm going to grow vegetables. I gotta eat.
Say, Mary, that's smart, growing your own vegetables. Where did you get the idea?
From the present Jack gave me last Christmas.
Well, what did he give you, Mary?
100 pounds of Figaro. Gift wrapped yet.
Now, wait a minute, Mary. I think you're going just a little too far.
That's right, Mary. How can you say such things about a man who is so nice, so generous, so nice, so generous, so nice, so generous?
Dennis, turn the page already. For heaven's sakes. Anyway, Dennis, it's time for you to do your song. And since this is the season's final show...
Jack, I think the sound man is trying to get your attention.
Oh, yes he is. What is it, Twombly?
Well, this is the last show of the season, and all my relatives is listening in.
Well, that's nice.
No, it ain't. All they're hearing is people talking. They want to hear sound effects.
Look, Twombly.
A guy imposes on all his friends and relatives and gets them to listen to this program, and what do you hear? Yadda-da.
Look.
You may not know it, but in Canoga Park, I'm a big man.
For heaven's sake, Twombly, there are sound effects at the end of the show.
Yeah, but all you guys are ordinary ones, like a knock on the door, a telephone ring. I want something complicated that'll show my artistry.
But, look.
I like them dramatic shows. Can you do a show like A Tale of Two Cities? 'Tis a far, far better thing I do than I have ever did before. Goodbye. That's the guillotine.
Look, Twombly, we're doing a radio show, and you'll come in with your sound effects only when you hear your cue. So just keep quiet and listen.
Yes, sir.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Come on, Dennis. Let's hear your song.
Choir, a man of fire will live in history. He tipped the scales at 99 and measured 5 for 3. One swing of his right would end a fight, a wondrous thing to see. Oh, Mickey McGuire, the ball of fire, a mighty man was he. When Mickey McGuire went out to fish, he told the greatest tale. He said the fish that got away would break the biggest scale. He whittled a tree of hickory and hook was just a nail. And then he would state that for his bait he always used a whale. Oh, McGuire, the liar, he came from County Cork. He stopped and chatted the drop of a hat. Oh, how that man could talk. He said that he sailed the 7 seas to find a beach to comb. They made him drink so many toasts he couldn't see for foam. I come from the greatest explorers, that's why I yearn to roam. That very same night, to their delight, he couldn't find his home. Oh, McGuire, the liar, he came from County Cork. He stopped and chatted the drum of a hat. Oh, how that man could talk. One day when the races came to town, McGuire told the boss, "Say, if you need a jockey, I'm the greatest one, of course." Believe it or not, he came in first, but still it was a loss. 'Cause Mickey McGuire, the ball of fire, forgot to ride the horse. Oh, McGuire, the liar, he came from County Cork. He stopped and chatted
it underwater, 'cause I swim just like a fish. He said that he'd break the record and the people won't forget. He broke the record for staying down, they haven't found him yet. Oh, McLiar, the liar, he came from County Cork. He'd stopped and chatted the drop of a hat, oh how that man could talk. Oh, McLiar, the liar, he came from County Cork. He'd stopped and chatted the drop of a hat, oh how that man could talk.
That was very good, Dennis. And while I'm on the subject, I'd like to say that although you've been with me a good many years, your voice keeps improving all the time. I want to tell you, it's a pleasure to have you on my show because of your talent, your loyalty, and your...
How can you read that stuff? Doesn't it make you sick?
Go be nice to people. Oh, say, Malin Merrick.
Yes, Jack.
That was really a wonderful arrangement the orchestra had for Dennis's number.
Thanks.
I also want to thank you for the discipline you brought to the band. I've noticed during the last few weeks, right up to tonight's final program, the boys have been behaving much better, and they all seem... What was that?
Remley fell off his stool.
Couldn't quite make it to the end of the season, eh? Well, isn't anybody going to pick him up?
No, Jack. We usually let him lie there during the summer. The rest doesn't good.
Well, okay. Let him stay there, but I want him up and back when we go back on the air next fall, you see. And Malin, rub a little cheese on his face so the mice will keep him shaved. Imagine Remley falling off his stool like that.
To the rest of the world, it might have been Remley who fell, but in Canoga Park, they know it was me.
Not from that reading, they don't. Now look, Twombly, this is your last warning. I don't want to hear any more talk from you. You're a sound man, so all we want to hear out of you are sound effects when we give you the cue.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Malin, what are the other boys in the band going to do this summer, huh?
Most of them are taking summer jobs, all except Bagby. He's going on a pleasure cruise to Hawaii.
Oh, Charlie is going to take an expensive vacation like that? Isn't he going to work at all?
What does he have to work for? He hasn't even spent half the money he got in that brink job in Boston.
Malin, how can you say a thing like that about Bagby on the air, even in jest? Now the police will come in and... Twombly, stop that! And what are you bowing for?
Right now they're applauding in Canoga Park.
Look, I don't want any more of your silly talk and sound effects. You just give us the sound effects on the right cue, and that's all.
Yes, sir.
Say, Jack.
Yes, Malin.
Since this is our last program, the boys in the band chipped in and bought you a little gift. And they selected Sammy the drummer to make the presentation. Come over here, Sammy.
Okay, Malin. Mr. Benny, on behalf of all the boys in the band, it gives me great pleasure to present you with this token of our esteem.
Well, thanks, Sammy. Thanks a lot, fellas. Well, let's see what it is. Oh, isn't that nice? It has my initials on it, too.
Yeah.
Just what I've always wanted. A monogrammed ice cube. Gee, thanks, fellas. And remember, at the start of next season, don't call me. I'll call you. Just wait a minute. I'm not worried.
I got a new job in the movies.
In the movies?
Yes, I'm Mickey Rooney's stand-in.
You're Mickey Rooney's stand-in?
Uh-huh.
Well, how could you possibly get a job like that?
I lied about my size.
That's a pretty funny gag, Sammy. You're just what this program needs. A bald Milton Berle. Now, I think we better get on with the program. I want to leave early so I can get a quick start. Who can that be? Come in.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, Mr. Kitzel.
Mr. Benny, pardon my intrusion, but I just stopped in to say goodbye.
Well, that was very nice. Wait a minute. Well, how did you know I was going away?
Of this I was injured, but I know I'm going away.
Oh, really? Where?
I'm going to Europe to visit my relations.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, what country do they live in?
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah.
Gosh, Mr. Kitzel, I never knew you were of Irish descent.
Just on my mother's side. Full-blooded, I'm not.
Oh, I see.
And then from there I'm going for a full week to Paris.
Paris.
This is in France.
I know. Tell me, Mr. Kitzel, while you're there, are you going to see one of those Paris nightclub shows?
Ooh, I'm planning to go every night.
Every night? Well, but the whole show is in French. You won't understand a thing.
Mr. Benny, I'm going for looking, not listening. You know, this I understand in any language.
I know, yes, I know.
And then while I'm over there, and since it will be summer, I think I'll swim the English Channel.
Swim the English Channel?
That's right.
Mr. Kitzel, you can't try to swim like that on the spur of the moment. You've got to train and to train and to train.
Super Chief, now leaving on track 9 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Coupe.
Now, Twombly, cut that out.
Manga.
Now look, that's the last straw. Another interruption like that and I'll have you fired. I don't care how strong your union is. I'm sorry, I lost my temper, Mr. Kitzel, but this has been going on all day.
Oh, that's all right. I was just leaving anyway.
Oh, well, goodbye and bon voyage.
Thank you. Mickey McGuire was an on the fire and he came from before.
No, kids, no use writing anything. They read anything they want. No, kids, as I was telling you, I want to get an early start on my vacation, so I'm going to call...
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Well, what is it, Don?
Well, before you leave, I'd like you to hear the commercial the sportsman and I had prepared for the last show.
Is it a good one, Don?
Yes, it's the boys' farewell to you because they're going to Europe.
Oh, to Europe, like Mr. Kitzel. All right, fellas, let's hear the song.
Bye-bye, Benny. We'll miss you, Mr. Benny. Dry that tear from your eye. When we're in London, we'll try not to walk in the fog. It's almost as bad as our own LA smog. Bye-bye, Benny. Thanks for New Haven. We have borrowed to spend. We'll buy some crumpets and tea. If the crumpets are for free, but somehow Benny will get by. We've got Luckies, those better tasting Luckies, and enough for our friends. We'll tell them Luckies are round and so firm and fully packed. A Lucky is made of that fine like tobacco.
Oh, I say, old chappie, you'd make me blooming happy if you'd spare a lucky strike. Hey, what? Another Frenchman would love to have a captain of those better tasting lucky strikes. People are lucky!
You can travel in style. A Lucky keeps you smiling. It's a toasted cigarette.
That's right.
Light up Lucky. It's light up time.
Don, I must compliment you and the boys on the commercial. It was really swell.
Well, thanks very much, Jack. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, but don't you think it would have been even better if I had accompanied the boys on my violin?
No.
Don, why not?
Well, Jack, I don't like you playing your violin during the commercial because we sell cigarettes.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
People can't smoke when they're holding their noses.
Well, another witticism for my chubby little chub. I suppose you thought that was funny too, eh, Don?
Yes, I did, Jack.
Well, Don, at this point I think it's only fair to remind you that of an old Chinese proverb which goes, and I quote, "When employee make joke about employer, then he soon find out that fire him." So watch it, kiddo. Dennis, what are you laughing at?
I just got it. People can't smoke when they're holding their noses.
Dennis, you're an idiot.
Only on my father's side. Full-blooded, I'm not.
All right. Now everybody keep quiet. I want to call up and have my car sent around to the front of the studio so I can get right home.
Say, Mabel,
What is it, Gertrude?
Mr. Benny's line is flashing. Yes, Mr. Benny. Yeah, I'll tell him. Goodbye.
So what does he want?
He wants I should call the parking lot to let them know he's leaving soon so they can get his car ready.
Well, ain't he an eager beaver? What's he in such a hurry about to get his car?
He always does that. It takes 15 minutes to get the boiler hot.
You know, Gertrude, I don't understand him. He's such a big star. Why does he drive around in such an old jalopy?
Well, that's because he's so sentimental.
Oh, he loves his car?
No, he loves money.
I know that, but I can't understand why he keeps saving all the time. Hasn't he heard that famous expression, you can't take it with you?
Yeah, he's heard it all right, but he thinks he's worked out a system to get around it.
How?
He had a tailor sew pockets in his skin.
Well, you know, everybody can kid Jack about being cheap, but I happen to know he has a generous side, too.
What makes you say that?
Well, the other night we were having dinner at the Sportsman's Lodge, and you know how most people only leave 10% of the bill for a tip?
Uh-huh.
Well, Jack insisted I leave 15.
Oh, how nice. Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny. Line to the parking lot is busy. I'll keep trying and tell them you want the car. It'll be ready by the time you are.
Oh, well, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Gertrude. Well, kids, the program is nearly over, and it looks like you've come to another end of another season. At a time like this, I can't help feeling a little sentimental. Even though we may have kidded each other and had many squabbles, I don't think any performer has been fortunate to have so capable a cast.
Thank you, Mr. Benny.
I also want to thank my writers, producer, engineer, and all the members of my technical staff. Also, as I turn around and look at you fellas sitting up there on the bandstand, it gives me a feeling of pride and warmth to see your faces smiling down at me, and to see Remley's face smiling up at me. I feel that the success of this program has been due to the fact that we all work together as a big, happy family. That's why we've always been right on the mark, why we've never missed the boat. I'm not going to lose my temper, Twombly, but I'm warning you, one more uncalled for sound effect and you're through. Now is it, hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
What is it, Rochester?
Oh, nothing important. I just wanted you to know that I got all your things packed and ready for your trip.
Good. Did you put all that stuff from my medicine chest?
Yes, sir. I packed a nerve tonic, stomach tonic, liver tonic, blood tonic, and tonic tonic.
Tonic tonic? What have I got that for?
In case any of your other tonics feel run down. That's what they take.
Oh. Well, Rochester, did you pack my new gray suit?
No, sir. It's dirty. I'm going to send it to the cleaners.
Oh, but I want to wear it tomorrow in Las Vegas.
But, boss, that gray suit doesn't give enough contrast with your golden curly locks.
Rochester, what can I do? I don't have any other new suit.
I know, but you got other locks.
Well, all right.
Now tell me, Mr. Bunny, do you want me to pack your brown spike shoes or your two-tone spike shoes?
I don't want any spiked shoes. I'm not going to play golf in Las Vegas.
I know, but if you win something, you'll want to get out fast.
Gee, I didn't think of that. Pack the brown ones.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Benny, I think you ought to get some new luggage. This bag you got here is old. It looks awful.
Rochester, I'll have you know that bag is genuine cowhide.
Oh, boss. This is cowhide?
Well, only on its mother's side. Full-blooded, it's not. Now, Rochester, I hope you memorize that nightclub act I taught you. As your agent, I've arranged for an audition for you at the Flamingo, and I think I can get you booked in there.
I know, and I appreciate it only...
Only what?
Well, I read the contract I got with you.
What about it?
Well, ain't I supposed to get the 90%?
Rochester, I'm putting the rest of that money away for you to use as a nest egg.
Well, push the head off. I'm hungry.
Stop worrying about it. You'll get everything that's coming to you. Now, I'll be back as soon as the program's over, and we'll leave right after dinner.
Okay, goodbye.
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 For heaven's sake, Twombly, hang up the phone!
Yeah, you told me you didn't want no more sound effects.
Well, of all the silly, go ahead and play, Malin. Ladies and gentlemen, although this is called the Jack Benny Program, I'd like to say that its success is due to the competent people I have working with me. My wonderful cast, the great supporting players I have, my producer, my engineer, my sound man, my capable writers, my fine musicians.
How can you read that stuff? Doesn't it make you sick?
Good night, folks. See you in the fall.
The Jack Benny Show tonight was written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Taxberry, Al Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you've enjoyed our show that's wound up our 10th season and our special anniversary, our 10 best shows of the thrilling days of yesteryear. And so keep a lookout as we begin our season again next September, and we'll be bringing out brand new, exciting old shows, including detective shows, some more Lux Radio movies, some celebrity mashups, and you know what? It's about time we took on the classic production of War of the Worlds. So keep an eye out for it. We'll be starting up again in September. And now, you can also check out our website at www.ttdyradio.com for other updates and the latest information, as well as notes on our past shows. So now, the cast of those thrilling days of yesteryear. Playing the announcer, Harry and Malin, Aaron Wolfenson. Covering the roles of Peg and Mary, Pam Turlow. The role of Riley in Rochester, Tim Baker. And me, Margie Gustafson. The role of Junior and Jack Benny, John Corona. And Gillis and Twombly, the sound effects man, Randall Hewell. And number 2, Digby Digger Odell and Mort, part of the Sportsman Quartet, and Sammy Don Higgle. The role of the bus driver and Don, and also in the Sportsman Quartet, John Gould. And the role of the woman on the street, Cheryl and Mrs. Lockhart, Teresa Rinalda. And Frank and Mr. Robert and Mr. Kitzel, and in the Sportsman Quartet, Rob Rinaldo. And I am your producer director, as well as Dennis Day, Ben Dooley. And of course, what show would be complete without the synchronous sound effect stylings of Pam and Margie and Teresa and Aaron Wolfenson? And special thanks to the magnificent musical magic of Lex McCauley on the piano. And on behalf of the entire cast, we'd like to extend our thanks to you, the audience, for coming for 10 years to see our productions and for always helping our show to come alive so that we can live those thrilling days of yesteryear and give them back to you. So So thank you all. Please enjoy some beverages, some snacks and tasty treats. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in September.
Well, that's a great song.